Hello, everybody. This is Mig here from Hopper Adventures with your pre-low gap ride video. We hope that you are as excited as we are for what's going to be a stellar weekend up in Mendocino County and Ukiah for the kickoff for the Grasshopper Adventure Series 2025. Our course map is low gap. Hopefully, you folks have studied this well. We will again have the honor of starting in Ukiah at Todd Grove Park with an escort out to Ore Springs Road. This year, we've put a lot of information and a lot of time into your rider packet, and that will give you the chance to have everything you need at your fingertip. You can download it on a PDF onto your phone, and it will enable us to have a much shorter pre-ride video. So the packet will cover everything you need to know, including the schedule, packet pickup, event venue and parking, lodging and camping, rider etiquette, timing, the course, returning to the venue, feed zones, course marking, bike wash, and all the required waivers. Again, this video will focus on the course itself. As we mentioned, we will start in Todd Grove Park and head out through the city of Ukiah. A note on the weather, we don't have rain to worry about or muddy conditions, but it's going to be chilly. Those familiar with this area, they do know that after the warm climb up to Ore Springs, dropping down the backside could be frigid and it might be icy. So be very careful, dress in layers, and be ready to shred. Special thanks to Sportful for dressing up our marshals. We are uh, going to be kitted out in our special new designs this year. It's really important that you guys respect them and listen to their guidance. They have the um, your best interest at heart out there. If you see a rider in need, make sure you let them know. The staging is going to be the same place as it was last year, to the east side of Todd Grove Park at 8:30, and we'll roll out at 9 a.m. It's going to be a neutral rollout to Ore Springs Road with the police escort. Once we turn onto Ore Springs, they'll accelerate away, but stay on the right side of the road and do not cross the center line. This is an example of what not to do. So we're going to have a police vehicle leading out. Uh, we will have people videoing and photographing. So if you do see riders on the other side of the yellow line on this opening section, you will be disqualified. And more importantly, it's unsafe. So these roads are open. All roads are open to traffic. Course overview. This is the Ride with GPS map that's available for you guys to download and to navigate. Please remember that the course is marked really well. However, you are required to navigate with your device. Consider the course marking a backup for if someone crashes into an arrow, someone goes out there and tampers with it, you wouldn't want that to have you get off course. As you notice, the very first half of the course, 22 miles, is all pavement. I have quite a few caution arrows right here on the descent from the summit down into Ore Springs. So I'd like to take a moment to show you what that looks like. These are very sharp paved turns where if you have not controlled your speed going into them, it's going to be difficult to exit the corner safely. Remember, these roads are open. These are tiny certified California ribbon roads, but people driving trucks do commute back and forth up these roads, and Ore Springs Road is down at the bottom. So people will be coming and going. So be very, very careful. This is an example of one of the last corners. It's beautiful. It looks like a painting. So this is like the second to last turn before you get to the Ore Springs Resort. Backing up a little bit, this is the very first corner as you leave Ore Springs Road heading out of town. We're going to have marshals here on both sides of this, so it's really important that you stay on the yellow line crossing this bridge. This is going to be just as things are starting to thin out, so you must not cross the yellow line before the steep climb. Course markings. Thanks to our sponsors at Signorama, we've been stepping up our sign program. Uh, I'm the one who goes out and marks the course. So when there's a caution sign, I mean it. Caution signs will always um, warn you for dangerous situations, whether it's uh, ruts, really sharp corners, or in this case, slippery bridges. Once you get to the pavement on Ore Springs Road at mile 22, you'll have your first feed zone that's going to be stoked with NorCal, Bike Sport Trailhouse, Bike Peddler Mechanics crews, as well as the West County Mountain Bike Composite team. You make a left-hand turn onto course, onto the dirt, and it's pretty much dirt the rest of the day. I have a couple of photos just to give you an idea of what things are looking like. It's a little bit drier than this, but this is the general idea of what Low Gap Road looks like. The last time I was out there, there was a little bit of standing water with plenty of room to go around, but just to be heads up in a couple of these corners. The section we're indicating right now is where you are going to leave Low Gap Road momentarily to get onto Masonite, the MRC property, and then continue back on to Low Gap Road. So as you see, you come down in this intersection right here, you get on to the Masonite Road where it will be signed for you to turn right, and you climb back up and you get on to Low Gap Road again. Another reminder, this is where you're turning right to get off Masonite and back onto here. There is a wrong way sign. And again, you'll be following your device's instructions, so you'll get a beep if you do not do that. A couple of years ago, a bunch of folks had their heads down and blew right by these wrong way turns. So make sure that you pay attention to, once you get on this short paved section, you're going to take a right and get back on to Low Gap Road. On Low Gap, Mendocino Redwood Company, along with the County of Mendocino and Caltrans, and I'm sorry, not Caltrans, but Cal Fire, have been working really hard on shaded fuel reduction up there. And for the first time, there's views on both sides of the ridge. So it's quite beautiful. We did our best to clean the road, but as you can see here, there are some sections where there is still some debris litter. So just heads up for small branches and things that can be kicking up. I'll be driving the course again on Friday, but don't forget, in these remote areas, you could have changed conditions from one day to the next. So be heads up. Once you come on up over the top of Low Gap Road and you start heading down Masonite Road, there's quite a few sharp turns that will be marked with caution signs and arrows. So this means to slow down and proceed with caution. And then as you get near the bottom of Masonite Road, there's a couple metal bridges. We'll have caution signs, but as you notice, these are to be careful. Obviously, you do not want to go in the middle of the metal bridge. The finish, as you come down Masonite Road, you'll be paralleling Ore Springs that you went up a while before that, the opposite direction. And their finish line is going to be just past this pond area right here. So plenty of time if you're going to sprint. Please continue well past the finish line until you get to the scratch recovery zone over here so that riders aren't stopping near the course and in the way of the other riders. At the end of the course, we'll have it signed on how to get back through the vineyard. You don't have to get onto Ore Springs and the busy road, through the vineyards and through the neighborhood and back to Todd Grove Park. Special thanks to all of our sponsors, who you're going to meet lots of them out on the course this weekend. We really couldn't do it without you guys. So this is Mig signing off. I'm really excited to be hosting you guys here for another Hopper Adventures. Thanks to Austin and Ian for all the work they've done to get ready, and to all the folks that are going to be involved supporting you guys and the volunteers. Please make sure that you download and read your rider pack it, because that's all the information that you need. And hopefully we'll see a bunch of you guys out for a shakeout ride Saturday morning, leaving at 10:30 from Black Oak Coffee with enduro bearings, dialed health athlete Derek Teal, as well as Ned Overend. See you soon.